On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Got 180.
Mike 45. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now gone. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch quick.
General West. Ready.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. That's complete to John Ross. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Down. 18 Gators. I'm coming for you. Mine. go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 43-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go.
Defense.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Now Stick. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Ready.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Get.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Off play action is Stick. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year, as his guy first here in this opening quarter.
Stick's pass complete to Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
11. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, 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 hey. Check three, check three, check three.
From the gun, here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
You can't stop me.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They run. Devontae Freeman. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Out of the gun. Gone. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Go time! Right 20!
All day, baby, all day.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Gone. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Stick. And that will be incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Gone. And finding the tight end Hooper. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
57 to Mike.
Bravo.
Watch QB.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And some room to maneuver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Start. 180.
Get that ball, team. Let's get that ball. Rush in.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Goff now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10.
Undercut. 80 weapon. Check.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
180. Value one. Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Goff. Gets it off to Freeman. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Ready.
They'll run with Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Stick looks to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. It worked very well there for a first down.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They're going to go play action now with Stick. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Target. Watch the ship.
On the ball.
Check 3.
Snap.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
First down, Bengals.
Let's go. 8 reads.
54 Mike.
Christian Travis.
Screen. Watch the safety creep. 36. Check.
Protein spill. Let's go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Stick. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
218, chop. 5.
They'll give it to Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
At their
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On the set.
Right there. 54 Mike. Stop your whining.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This is Freeman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 35-yard line. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Goff now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Freeman again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Cut! 180! Good track!
Throwing on third. Gone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go, D.
Stick back to pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Switch gears.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On the stop, Breeland speaks.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Pilot, 64, weak. Value 3.
From just shy of midfield. Gone. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Running the jet sweep with Ridley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Sponge. DC.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 6.
We go tonight. 180.
59, Mike to 59. And let's get this.
A shotgun snap for gone. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses, It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Stick. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Stick looking to throw. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
Well, now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
180. 59. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
What? 180. Show.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. It's complete to Lockett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Mike is 59.
From the gun, here's Goff. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stick. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Leo!
From the gun again to Mixon. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Back now on EA Sports. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Shell, Super 1.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go, D.
Goff. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Go. 180.
59. Watch the run. They're running it. Hey, left 3.
Hey, kill. 17.
Goff now to throw. Green brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
We go, 76, 76. Hey, exit. 50 seconds to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Now it's gone. And able to find Green. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A 20th carry now for Freeman. He's to the 10, and he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get